Welcome everyone to another video. This one is called 7 Tips for Staying Productive as a Freelancer. So, why does it matter to have time management? Well, we all know that freelancing gives us freedom, but it also requires structure. In a traditional job, you have a boss. Okay. And you usually have fixed hours. Well, with freelancing, that's not the case. You're your own boss and you can work whenever you want. So it's easy to drift away from your work, get a text message, look at Facebook. Oh, remember you have to order something on Amazon, or the work door is always open. You're making dinner and you suddenly think of something that you forgot to do. So you go back to your computer and you start working on it. And next thing you know, it's 8, 9 o'clock at night and you didn't eat dinner yet. So you can become overworked. So it's important to have time management. Mastering your time equals working smarter, not harder, not longer. It equals working smarter. So the first tip is to start your day with a plan. Okay, it might be better to say end your day with a starting plan for the next day, but you want to begin each morning with an idea of what you want to get done. It could be a simple checklist that you write everything down that you want to get done and prioritize it, or it could be a digital tool. But the whole idea is to prioritize your tasks. Not everything that you list on your to-do list has equal importance. Some things absolutely need to get done that day, while other things are a wonderful to do if you have the time, but doesn't need to get done right away. Okay, so you want to select 1 to 3 must-do tasks. They're getting done that day no matter what happens. Because honestly, if you don't plan to do it in your day, you're probably not going to get it done. You want to time block your day. Break your day into focus sessions. Group similar tasks together or tasks with the same level of difficulty together. So if you have 2 really difficult tasks that need to get done and you're your most focused in the morning when you first start, kick those 2 tasks out right away, get them done. Okay. It's important though to always keep in mind that you need to schedule breaks. And as a freelancer, you probably have to answer messages from your clients or catch up on some email or do some admin work. Schedule that in too, because remember before when I said if it's not planned, you're probably not going to do it. And a good technique to block your time is using the Pomodoro technique. Robert and I have talked about this with our clients many times. You can arrange it however you want. You can work 30 minutes and take a 5 or 10 minute break, or work an hour and then take a 15-minute break. Whatever. There's a link here that we put so that you can read more about the Pomodoro technique. But it's a very useful method of getting things done and scheduling your breaks because a break is important. I mentioned in the previous slide, identify your peak time. If you're a night person, don't schedule your most difficult things to do in the morning when you're still not productive, and vice versa. Schedule your deep focused work during your most alert hours and protect that time like you would if it were gold. Okay, because it kind of is gold to your business. This is my big distraction or my big problem. Eliminate the distractions. I usually have my cell phone with me at my desk. Well, I've learned that I need to silence it because there really is nothing living here in Panama that I need to attend to immediately. So everything can wait when I'm not deep in thought about something I'm working on. There's tools that you can use, like focus mode, and there's website blockers, so that you don't get notifications. And it's important to create a dedicated workspace. Even a counter counts as a workspace, but work in the same place. I have a nice little desk set up in the corner of our open living room, dining room, kitchen area, and that's my workspace. This is a hard one working at home. Set boundaries. Treat your freelancing work as a real job because it is a real job. Okay. Set your work hours and honor them. Otherwise, you're going to be working around the clock, and that's not good for anybody. And then communicate your work hours with everybody. You don't want friends dropping in or people calling you or whatever. Alert everybody that even though I work at home, I am not available at any given time to talk, chat, catch up on things. Need to schedule it. If it's not on my schedule, it's not going to happen. Track your time. A lot of projects, especially on Upwork or other platforms, if you're working hourly, you got to track your time. Now, Upwork has its own built-in time tracker. Don't forget to use it. But there's others out there like Toggle or Clockify. Keep track of where your time actually goes. You can get lost on Facebook or Amazon shopping. You'll want to know where everything goes. And knowing how long it takes you to work on a project helps you with pricing your services. And knowing how long you actually work avoids burnout. Keeping set times for your work avoids burnout. Burnout is very easy to happen as a freelancer. And then you need to review and reflect weekly. At the end of the week, take 15 minutes and look at your to-do list for the week. What worked? What didn't? And don't forget to celebrate the wins. Okay? You'll get more things accomplished when you acknowledge your wins. Don't be afraid to give yourself a pat on the back. And if something needs tweaking, adjust it. Okay? It's not written in blood here. Adjust what's not working. The idea is to get a good working schedule. Remember, progress doesn't equal perfection. Progress is actually greater than perfection. You don't need to be perfect to achieve progress. And some final thoughts on this. Productivity doesn't mean being busy all the time. It doesn't mean doing more. It means doing what matters to you, to your business. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Things aren't always going to go as planned. Robert and I are a great example. Last year, he had an accident and he fell 10, 12 feet from a ladder indoors. And we were both out of commission for like 6 months because number one, he couldn't work, and number two, I was doing everything at home and taking care of him. And just recently, we had a whole good plan of getting out these YouTube videos, and we were planning on doing two a week every single week. And we started off January and February doing that. And then I went away. Well, I didn't go away. I went from where we lived to Panama City to attend the International Living Conference, and I ended up picking an upper respiratory infection. And I was out of commission for over 2 months. Well, maybe not over 2 months, but at least 2 months. It seemed like an eternity. I couldn't get rid of my cold. But, I didn't say, oh, okay, great. I got sick. Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Okay, life happens. Now we're back on track again. You got to learn to be flexible. Keep learning. So we'll see you in the next video next week, because now we're doing them weekly instead of twice a week. And Robert's going to talk about specialized profiles. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.